matchup we have for you. Part of what makes this the best sport in the world, a rivalry game. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Mississippi State's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Wants to throw. It's Coleman Hope. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football.
Breaks into the open. Past the 30. Inside the... And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll pass it. Touchdown, Bama! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Mississippi State going up tempo.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Got his man to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
They'll run the toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice third down conversion by the quarterback.
Well, the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Dropping back, it's Holstein. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Wants to go up top on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off play action. Fires to the middle. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. With the catch, it's Gideon. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Punt is in the air on 4th down. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some...
Turning it on! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They go to the ground. After the filthy move, he's got room. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Scanning the field, it's Croman Hope. He'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Winston. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. It'll be a draw. Nice move to pick up yardage. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Young. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Quickly out to the tight end. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Makes the catch. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Connection to the right. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab. Leaves it with the back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Using the quick game. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out. It's Young. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. There he goes! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down for this offense. Here's the handoff. Let's talk about Alabama. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, it's so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Got his man downfield. Ball down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. They're going back to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Gonna look downfield again. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Pressure coming. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Tide!
And was there ever any doubt, guys? 4th and goal. You got to turn around. Give it to your bell cow. Just know he's going to find a way to get it in the end zone, and he did exactly that.
And the extra point gives them the lead of 14-13. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but...
Oh, he's got some space.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Quarterback on the keeper. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Mississippi State going up tempo. Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes that Alabama offense. On the ground, it's Cook. Runs through a tackle. Still running at the 40. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens.
To the air, it's Croman Hope.
It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to South Carolina. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Nice pickup on the return, and more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the gun, running back on the move. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He leaves it with his back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looking to pass. It's Croman Hope. Just a short pass to the tight end. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Snagged out of the air. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Fires to the big fella. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quick completion on the out. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Clock over the middle. It's Adams. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Finds a man on the right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They go to the draw. Spins away from the defender. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defensive coordinator was really pleased with his unit after registering 3 sacks last week. He wanted to add a few more wrinkles in their blitz packages to see if they could build on that in this game. So far, they hadn't gotten to the QB until that last play just now. Now let's find out if they can crank up the heat.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Catch in the middle, it's Hale. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. They're going to run it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cook. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Let's see what he can do with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You've got to stop turning the football over.
He'll do it himself. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Good enough for a first down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Red pass, it's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll keep it himself. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hands it off on the counter. Finds some fresh air. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Back to throw. It's Croman Hoke. Got a man. It's Gideon. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his target down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. And still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
2nd down coming up.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds space on the right. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And first down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lining up to convert third down. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
First and goal. Mississippi.
Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs! Fitted in the window for the score. That is confidence in your arm string. Look at the revolutions on that one as he zips it in there.
Confidence, arm arrogance, whatever you want to call it. You could tell he believed it. Put it right where he needed to. You got double coverage. You got to fit it in there. He believed, and he did.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to South Carolina. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, the running back has it. Spins away from the defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. The give from the gun. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Touchdown time! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
For the offense.
Reads it, fires complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the idea.
Turning it on! Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He has the 1st and still on his feet. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Holstein. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they tacked on the extra point. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's got the back in the middle. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Punts it out of the air. There he goes. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. He's got it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we can certainly see miracles in college football. And They will certainly need one here. To the air on second down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's now 2nd and goal.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Now 3rd and goal.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And they'll knock him down. Nothing like stomping a guy in the teeth when you got him down. They'll try to tack on 3 more. Good right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans.